My name is Eleanor, but to my grandchildren, I'm simply Nana Ellie, the one who baked apple pies on Sundays, hosted backyard barbecues, and tucked away every penny from my late husband's pension into a savings account for their futures. That account was my legacy, a nest egg built over 40 years of scrimping and saving. It held $75,000, earmarked for college funds, dream weddings, or whatever bright paths my grandkids might chase. Little did I know, the real thief was closer than I could fathom, my daughter, Rebecca. Rebecca was my only child, born when I was just 19. I raised her alone after her father walked out, pouring every ounce of love and sacrifice into her. She grew into a beautiful woman, smart, ambitious, with a high-powered job in marketing. But lately, she'd been distant, always pleading financial woes despite her six-figure salary. "Mom, the divorce cleaned me out," she'd whine during our weekly calls. "The kids need new clothes, and the house payments are killing me." I'd nod sympathetically, offering small loans here and there, never suspecting the web of deceit she was spinning. It started innocently enough. One afternoon, while sipping tea in my cozy kitchen in suburban Ohio, I logged into my online banking app to pay some bills. The balance hit me like a punch to the gut. $25,000. $50,000 gone. Vanished in a series of wire transfers over the past month. My heart pounded as I scrolled through the transactions. Luxury spa retreats, high-end jewelry, even a down payment on a sports car. All traced back to Rebecca's name, linked through a shared family app I'd foolishly set up years ago for emergencies. Fear gripped me first. Was it hackers? Identity theft? I called the bank in a panic, my voice cracking, but the representative's words sealed the horror. "Ma'am, these transfers were authorized from a device registered to your daughter. No fraud flags were raised." Betrayal washed over me in waves. My own daughter, the girl I'd sacrificed my youth for, had stolen from me. Secret regret gnawed at her, I later learned, but in that moment, all I felt was the raw sting of a mother's love turned to ash. I confronted her that evening, driving the 2 hours to her upscale condo in Cleveland. She opened the door with a forced smile, her new diamond earrings glinting under the porch light. "Mom, what a surprise!" But her eyes widened when she saw the printouts in my hand. "How could you?" I whispered, tears streaming down my face. She collapsed onto the sofa, sobbing. "I didn't mean to. It was just a loan, Mom. I'll pay it back. The promotion fell through and I was drowning in debt. I thought you'd understand." Understand? The word ignited a fire in me. This wasn't a mistake. It was calculated betrayal. She'd accessed my account using old passwords I'd shared in trust, siphoning funds while I babysat her kids, oblivious. The fear in her eyes now was real. She knew she'd crossed a line that could never be uncrossed. But beneath my anguish, a smarter, colder resolve began to form. Revenge wouldn't be rash. It would be surgical, emotional, and utterly devastating. I played the part of the forgiving mother at first. "We'll sort this out," I said, hugging her tightly, even as my mind raced. Secretly, I hired a private investigator, a retired cop friend from church. Within days, he uncovered the truth. Rebecca wasn't broke from the divorce. She'd been gambling online, racking up losses on high-stakes poker sites, and using my money to fund a lavish affair with her boss. Photos of them in Vegas, receipts for 5-star hotels, it all painted a picture of deceit that made my blood boil. The emotional toll was immense. Nights blurred into tear-soaked insomnia, haunted by memories of Rebecca as a child, her tiny hand in 9. How had my sweet girl become this monster? Fear kept me silent at first. What if exposing her ruined my grandkids' lives? But then, smart revenge whispered a plan. I wouldn't go to the police, not yet. Instead, I'd turn her world upside down with the very trust she had exploited. I invited the whole family for a reconciliation dinner at my house. Rebecca arrived nervous, her kids in tow, my precious grandkids oblivious to the storm. As we sat around the table, I raised a glass. To family, I toasted, my voice steady. Then I slid a folder across to her. Inside, bank records, investigator reports, even emails from her lover. Her face drained of color, fear flashing in her eyes as she realized the depth of my discovery. "Mom, please," she begged, voice breaking. But I leaned in, whispering so only she could hear. "You took my security, my legacy. Now you'll feel the regret you've buried." I revealed my plan. I'd forgive the debt publicly, but in exchange, she'd sign over partial custody of the grandkids to me, weekends, holidays, decisions on their education, and I'd control a trust fund for them, cutting her out entirely. If she refused, I'd press charges for fraud and embezzlement, exposing her affair to her ex-husband, her boss, everyone. The room fell silent as she nodded, tears flowing. Betrayal had come full circle. But the real drama unfolded months later. Rebecca's life unraveled, her job lost amid whispers of scandal, her lover ghosting her. She spiraled into debt, begging me for help. I offered none, watching from afar as secret regret consumed her. Late-night calls came, her voice laced with fear. "Mom, I can't sleep. What have I done?" I'd hang up, my heart aching, yet hardened. In the end, it wasn't just revenge, it was justice. My grandkids thrived under my wing, their future secure. But as I sat alone one stormy night, staring at old photos, a wave of emotional turmoil hit. Had I gone too far? The fear of losing them forever lingered, a secret regret of my own. Yet in that betrayal's shadow, I'd reclaimed my power. And Rebecca, she learned the hardest lesson. Blood may bind, but trust once shattered cuts deeper than any knife. The storm raged on outside, mirroring the chaos within. Would forgiveness ever come? Or would this cycle of pain echo through generations? Only time would tell, but one thing was certain. No one steals from Nana Ellie and walks away unscathed.